This is Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa. The story of resurgent and burgeoning Africa is here, only on the Pulse of Africa channel. Pulse of Africa, the face and voice of Africa.
Achieving sustainable growth and prosperity across Africa demands robust cooperation both within the continent and with global partners. Good evening, I'm Sebit Loal and this is POA Evening News. Stay with us for insightful coverage on the stories shaping our region and beyond. First, Algeria and Italy deepened bilateral ties. On Monday, October 20, Algeria's Minister of Hydrocarbons and Mines, Mohamed Hag, met with Andrea Colombo, CEO of the Italian engineering firm Bonatai. The meeting focused on the strengthening cooperation between Sonatrach and Bonatai within discussion covering new investment opportunities in Algeria's hydrocarbon sector. Key areas included upstream oil and gas development, expanding natural gas production, and building infrastructure for major oil, gas, and mining projects. Minister Akab highlighted the strong ties between Algeria and Italy in the energy sector, describing existing partnerships as a model of trust, knowledge sharing, and economic integration, especially amid global shifts in energy markets. Andrea Colombo reaffirmed Bonatai's commitment to expanding its presence in Algeria. He expressed interest in launching new projects with Sonatrach, particularly in hydrocarbon extraction, transportation, and infrastructure development. Bonatai is recognized as a leading European company in engineering, construction, and industrial services across the oil, gas, and energy industries. The Chikondi Foundation has hailed President Hakainde Hichilema for his resolve to revive the mining and many other sectors in the country in a bid to ensure that wealth benefits all citizens. The foundation has since called on stakeholders that include Zambian citizens, the private sector, among others, to join in and building a country that is not only united but prosperous and inclusive. In a statement issued to the media in Lusaka, Foundation President Bishop John Mambo further reiterated his organization's call to a journey towards national transformation, which he said has also been stated by President Hichilema on several occasions. Bishop Mambo expressed that his organization's call is in line with the President's vision and requires collective effort of social economic partners as well as every citizen. We all need to work hard and leverage on the unprecedented development gains our country has never seen before. Significant progress has been made in the rehabilitation and expansion of our road network, he stated. He also observed that the government is focused on nurturing a generation of skilled citizens that are equipped to compete in a dynamic, technology-driven world, with efforts being intensified to improve access to input irrigation system and modern farming techniques, among others.
Africa we want.
Angola launches a space agency to propel national space program and expand connectivity. In Angola, President João Lourenço has officially established the Angolan Space Agency, marking a significant step towards enhancing the nation's technological autonomy and optimism the use of satellite data. This new agency is crucial components of the national space program, which come at a time when Angola has successfully launched ANGOSAT-2, a communication satellite, in 2023. This satellite facilitates connectivity for over 150 rural areas across 16 provinces via the Connector Angola initiative. To enhance its technological self-sufficiency, narrow the digital divide, and improve the utilization of satellite data, President Joao Lourenço announced the formation of the Angola Space Agency. This initiative is part of the Angola's broader national space program and coincides with operation of ANGOSAT-2, the nation's telecommunications satellite deployed in 2023. This satellite is pivotal in connecting more than 150 rural communities in 16 out of 18 provinces, especially through the Connector Angola project. With the establishment of the Angolan Space Agency, the country aims to evolve from solely a space technology consumer to becoming a producer in the field. Boasting ANGOSAT-2, a ground control framework, and a trained workforce of over 300 professionals, Angola is laying the groundwork for national space industry, especially as its telecommunications sector has exceeded 25 million mobile subscribers in 2024. Ethiopian Foreign Minister Gideon Timotheus met with Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in Moscow to discuss avenues for strengthening bilateral relations between Ethiopia and the Russian Federation. Minister Sergei Lavrov warmly welcomed Minister Gideon Timotheus, emphasizing the importance of the deepening cooperation across multi-sector. The meeting underscored the growing strategic partnership between the two nations, particularly in areas such as energy, infrastructure, and multilateral diplomacy. Ethiopia Foreign Minister Gideon Timotheus expressed heartfelt gratitude to the Russian government and people for their warm hospitality. He highlighted the role of BRICS as a bilateral platform that has helped enhance collaboration between Ethiopia and Russia. Ethiopia's recent engagement with BRICS has opened new opportunities for dialogue and development. Minister Gideon Timotheus also referenced the recent high-level discussion between Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and President Vladimir Putin, describing them as productive and pivotal in shaping the future of Ethiopian-Russian relations. These talks, he said, provide essential guidance for advancing cooperation in key sectors. A major outcome of the visit was the signing of an action plan for the construction of a nuclear power plant in Ethiopia, which both sides hailed as a historic milestone. Minister Gideon Timotheus stated that this agreement marked the beginning of a new chapter in the long-standing relationship between the two countries.
The recent visit by His Excellency Abiy Ahmed, Prime Minister of the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia, and the productive discussion my Prime Minister had with His Excellency President Putin was very important in providing guidance for our overall relationship, and I'm sure that that discussion and the understanding reached during that discussion will provide the necessary impetus for our relationship. The signing of the action plan for the construction of a nuclear power plant with Rosatom during this visit represents a historic milestone, and we are confident that it will open a new chapter in the relationship between the Russian Federation and Ethiopia.
And now we shift our focus to business news updates. Tanzania is intensifying investment in energy infrastructure to power its manufacturing ambitions and position itself as East Africa's next industrial hub. Reliable and affordable power remains central to the country's economic strategy. By focusing on energy expansion and diversification, Tanzania is building a foundation for sustainable industrialization and long-term competitiveness. The National Energy Policy introduced in 2015 places infrastructure development at the heart of Tanzania's industrial plan. Hydropower currently contributes about 60% of the national supply. By reliance on rainfall has highlighted the need for more diverse energy mix. This has prompted the government to expand renewable energy projects and maximize natural gas reserve to ensure stability. Natural gas now powers more than 45 major industries in Dar es Salaam, ensuring consistent supply for sectors such as cement, steel, and textiles. These projects not only enhance energy security, but also reinforce Tanzania's competitiveness in regional trade. Tanzania is also advancing cross-border energy cooperation as part of the East African Power Fold. The country already exports surplus power to neighboring nations during shortages, a move that strengthens regional stability and economic integration. As energy infrastructure expands, innovative financing has become critical. Stanbic Bank Tanzania plays a leading role by structuring funding solutions tailored for large-scale energy and manufacturing. As energy infrastructure expands, innovative financing has become critical. Stanbic Bank Tanzania plays a leading role by structuring funding solutions tailored for large-scale energy and manufacturing projects. Finally, Liberia's mineral corridor gained strategic attention from Washington. The iron ore corridor from Guinea to Liberia's port of Buchanan is coming into sharper focus as the United States pushes to secure reliable access to critical minerals as a strategic shift that could link the two West African nations' mineral corridor to America's next industrial resilience. In Washington, D.C., last week, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio met with Liberia's Foreign Minister Sarah Beisolo Nyanti to discuss deepening bilateral ties and expanding U.S. commercial engagement. According to Principal Deputy Spokesperson Tommy Figot, the two officials explored avenues for expanding U.S. participation in Liberia's critical mineral sector with the aim of creating jobs and economic growth in both the United States and Liberia. This meeting essentially echoes sentiment from the meeting with President Trump and President Bokaya in July at the White House Summit. Secretary Rubio, who is also the statutory chair of the Millennium Challenge Corporation Board, also commended the Millennium Challenge Corporation for its ongoing support to U.S.-friendly infrastructure projects, a reference to Liberia's strategic transport corridor, which is emerging as a key road in West Africa's mineral logistics. Let's take a look at the current forecast and what conditions to expect across the region. That's all from the POA News for the hour. Thank you for joining us and stay tuned for more updates from Africa.